This is a system that's designed to incrementally create the right amount of space by following the color-coded sequence guide that's provided for you guys. The yellow single-sided strip, which we've got in this package, is set up as the initiating strip. Following the sequence that's laid out, superfine, fine, medium, coarse, extra coarse, single-sided, and then transitioning to our double-sided strips, superfine, fine, medium, coarse, and extra coarse is going to lead you to precise interproximal reduction. Each one of these not only has a different grit, but it has a different thickness. The yellow single-sided strip is our thinnest one. It's the 0.07 millimeter thickness. The next one is 0.1 millimeter, 0.13 millimeter, 0.16 millimeter, 0.18 millimeter in the single-sided. Then to get wider or thicker spaces, you transition to the double-sided, 0.18 millimeters, 0.2 millimeters, 0.25 millimeters, 0.3, 0.4, and we have a purple one that's not included in this kit, but that's a 0.5 millimeter strip. So here's how we achieve 0.2 millimeters of IPR, interproximal reduction. Okay, we start with our yellow single-sided strip, or the doctor should start with that. If they try to start with any of them out of sequence, they're going to have less usage out of the product, they're going to wear the grit out more prematurely, and they're not going to achieve the results that they're looking for. So try to encourage following the color-coded sequence, okay? So we start in there, and we go in with the yellow, and we strip until the space has passivity, okay? I then put that down and I move on to the red single-sided, which is 0.1 millimeters, and I go in and I strip again until it's passive. I've now achieved 0.1 millimeters, but maybe my prescription asks me to go to 0.2. So I must continue in the color-coded sequence and strip with the 0.13 millimeter strip. And following this sequence, I go through the green single-sided, 0.16 millimeter, the black single-sided, 0.18 millimeter, the yellow double-sided, 0.18 millimeter, and the red 0.2 millimeter strip. So now, by following that sequence, I will have achieved 0.2. If I need to continue on, if my prescription calls for 0.25, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, I have to continue. What I can't do is if the prescription calls for 0.4 millimeters and the black double-sided is 0.4, I can't take 0.4 and try to shove that in between a tight contact, because it doesn't work that way. If I haven't incrementally created the space, all I'm doing is hurting the patient because I can wedge the teeth apart. The tightness will wear the grit off prematurely, and then when I take the strip out, the teeth will just snap back together and they will not have achieved 0.4. So, to know how important it is to create space in an incremental, controlled fashion, that's how you're going to sell Qwik Strips. And that's how the doctor is going to do his dentistry much better results. And you'll be responsible for that because you've taught him. Sure.
Where do you have?
Okay,
so
we don't sell this key.
Right.
Okay, that's just a reference to, with Invisalign cases, they usually sell you a little keychain, and they have those measuring gauges. Here's the beauty of Qwik Strips. I never use the key because my red single-sided is gauged. It's like having the key. If you were to take a measuring device and measure the thickness of this, that's 0.1. So for me, I've eliminated the need for the key, but I'm associating, guys, if you need 0.1, this is 0.1. So this acts as...
Right, okay.
I never tell them you don't need it. I tell them that if you want to just double check, because I might do IPR differently than you do.
Right.
What I might do is I might go really gentle like this, but that's not IPR. You need elbow grease, because a handheld strip to remove tooth structure, you have to push in a little bit, because sometimes a dentist can use the single-sided yellow, which is a superfine, just to smoothen out interproximal fillings, not to take and open up any contact. So it's important that they either do it for smoothing out their interproximal restorations or for starting your IPR. Those are the reasons that you have to know what a product like this is used for. If I said to you, give me your nail file, and I take the extra course and try to get a polish with an extra course, it's not going to work.
No.
They have to go extra course, medium, fine, super fine. Now I've got a polished nail. So in sequence, that's the key. Correct. We're just going the opposite way. Okay?
Yep.
So that's what interproximal reduction is, IPR. It's reducing or reducing the enamel off the teeth or creating the necessary space. Here's why using a disc or other tools is not what I recommend, and you'll see why. Let's go into my favorites. What happens is they try to shortcut doing interproximal reduction. They end up with a wider space. That's because they used a disc, which patients, first of all, are afraid of a drill coming at them, and a disc is used on a drill. Second of all, they didn't control the angulation, because you can see there's an angulation to this. And second of all, our contacts are not straight like that, long and straight. Teeth are designed to go together and come back apart, not be tall and straight. So those are some of the reasons why those other tools have limitations. This is all user-friendly, and you should have no problem using it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, I watched the video. I'm sure usually you were, but I'm like, I don't know what little keys are, because I see you use them in the video, right?
Now we also
Are they autoclavable?
They are definitely autoclavable. Our new blue boxes, this package is all autoclavable. This whole package is autoclavable. Okay? So they can put the whole cassette right in the autoclave. That's a great question.
3 times.
Well,
The bigger ones.
let me tell you why they would tell you 3 times. Let me tell you why they might tell you 2 times. Because they're not using it correctly.
Okay.
3 to 5 or more is a general rule, and the reason is because if they use it in sequence, the first 1 or 2 are taking the brunt of the really tight contact. So those are the ones you're going to get maybe 3 uses out of, because you're trying to open up a really tight contact and there's not a lot of grit. Once the friction is relieved a little bit, the other strips will work more efficiently. So 3 to 5 on the first 2, and then after that you'll probably get more uses out of it.
Because we're not going to use the other ones as much.
Correct.
We're not going to wear
Correct.
them as fast.
Correct.
Right?
So, going back to teaching you guys why a bulk pack is so necessary.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't have that.
I don't know why, but
That's
you'll
so
get there.
cool.
Okay. So this is our 10-piece pack. Let's put the parts back in so you understand, and you can show your teeth.
So do you buy this? Or?
Correct. You can buy this as a dentist. Okay. You can buy this as a company selling it.
Okay.
Red, blue. Okay. So this is our 10-piece pack. We sell it for $82.95 US dollars. Okay. But what happens if I'm a dentist and I'm a cheap dentist that doesn't want to spend a lot of money, and I buy just a little 10-pack, and then I use this, and I use this, and I wear them out? How am I going to do my sequencing? So I pretty much push them to have more than they need, or having backup, because they're going to need that, again, the yellow and the red, to continue to create interproximal reduction or to smoothen out the restorations. So for me, as a bare bones minimum, I usually have them buy a 90-pack. This one right here is a 180-piece pack, so the 90-pack's a little bit smaller, but they can go into their inventory, replenish the worn grits, and now they continue on with their interproximal reduction. Yep,
So
and then this goes chair side. This stays in their inventory cabinet.
Okay, so they wear these ones out first.
Okay?
Okay. They don't buy one of these. Can they buy?
They can buy a refill of any one of those colors,
Just
correct.
each
They can
color
buy just the
separately.
yellow in a 10-pack, just the red in
Red
a
in
10-pack,
10-pack?
correct.
Okay,
They can
all
buy
right.
any one of those in a 10-pack. That is correct.
Okay.
What was your question?
Are they autoclavable?
Definitely,
Yes.
including the package. The whole case is now autoclavable. And you guys have those, because I know.
Yeah, we have the big.
Yes, this is a new launch for us. How?
But like I said, I was told 3 times on the bigger ones,
I would say 3 times maybe on the front ones and 3 to 5 or more on the larger ones.
Put the whole
Okay?
thing in. Yep.
So, the next thing you should know is the straight single-sided strips. So there's single-sided, double-sided, and then there's curved single-sided. Are you familiar with the curved single-sided?
Oh, they are.
Well, let's take a look at why these are important.
Yes. Okay.
You guys can you see the strip, how it's curved? One is straight and one is curved?
Yep.
Okay. Well, not all teeth are straight. Some teeth have a contour to them. So the curved ones enable us, and I'll try to demonstrate, enable us to round out or wrap around to help maintain or create the anatomical contour. It's really, really important.
And they're not double-sided, though. They're
They
just
cannot be double-sided because you'd have a negative on the other side.
Right.
So the curved single-sided are designed to either go back in and recreate or contour the teeth that you've got a straight contact for that maybe needs a contour. They're great for the hygienist to use, the single-sided yellow curved or straight, because they're super fine and they can go in between the teeth and clean up overhangs. Maybe the floss is shredding because they're click, 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 or maybe they're staining that their scalers can't reach.
Yep.
So get to know the curved ones because they're some of my favorite, and they
Yeah.
really work. So
And the curved ones aren't in here.
we have a kit that's curved assorted.
That's all curved.
That's all curved. We have any one of the curved in their own 10-pack, yellow 10-pack
okay.
of curved,
All right.
red 10-pack, or the assorted packs, okay?
Is it one-time use or?
They are not one-time
No.
use. They're autoclavable, so you'll get multiple uses. Now, here's the important thing. If a doctor calls me at my office, says, I'd like to order a pack of your double-sided strips. And I say, sure, I'll sell those to you, but just tell me how you're getting to the double-sided. Well, I'm just using the double-sided. I said, but you're not working your way into the double-sided, so you're probably not getting that many uses out of it, doctor. So as a rep answering a phone or taking an order, you have to know that there's a sequence that they aren't following and they're not using it properly. So I would automatically get them to buy the single-sided. Well, doctor, here's what I'm going to do for you. You really need to have the single-sided in order to get to the double-sided, you know? So our packages come where you can buy a 10-pack assorted, all single-sided. Maybe somebody already has the 10-pack of all double-sided. Now I complement their double-sided. We also sell a pack of curved single-sided assorted. We also have a pack that takes all the guesswork out where it's single and double-sided, and that's their mini IPR kit. That's their more comprehensive interproximate kit, okay? The white one is our #1 seller, though. Of all those colors that I just showed you, and the white isn't in here, the white one is the #1 product in the industry for this purpose. It's just a serrated blade, no grit on either side. A lot of doctors that don't do any Invisalign or IPR or orthodontics don't need the blue, green, black, coarseness. This, though, they will always need because if they cement the crown and the extra cement squishes out in between, it hardens and you can't floss, just go right through, clean out the cement, or if two teeth have been bonded together. So the white one is our #1 selling product, and it has nothing to do with orthodontics or Invisalign.